Hi, this is Avid Bansal. I'm an author and a life coach in the art of conscious living, what many today call as manifestation. So, if you have been following the 2026 Reality Architect series, then by now you have discovered your true identity in episode or day 1. That is your I amness, and somehow learn to trust the creative power that has always been yours and quietly shaping your life through day 2 video. And you must have the glimpsed the pearl of great price, and hopefully you have taken a moment to buy it, to claim that power for yourself and get free from any external influences. So if you have not seen day 1 and day 2 video of this series, I would seriously recommend you to do it, because this goes in a particular fashion and manner. So today in day 3, the blueprint, defining the end, we move from understanding power to finally using it. We are stepping into a phase, I call it design. This is where we, the architects, not only in name we become in action. So today's focus is defining the end, your end goal, your manifestation. So many people approach manifestation like a game of chance. A wish here, a wish there, a goal there, hoping somehow the universe will piece it together. But manifestation is not guessing, it's designing. You cannot build a house without knowing what it looks like. You cannot manifest the life you desire without seeing the end clearly. So defining the end is about creating crystal clear version of who you are and what your life will look like when your desire is already fulfilled. So it's not about thinking and hoping or planning vaguely. It's about being the person who already has what you want. But always remember, universe does not negotiate with your doubts. It responds to the state you occupy right now. The clearer your end is, final goal is, the more effortless your creation becomes. But before we begin, even before you ask me anything, let me address something very personally. In my book, Possible, Dream the Impossible, which was showcased at New Delhi World Book Fair, the world's biggest book fair, there is a passage. I want to read it to you. And as I read it, I want you to listen it very carefully, because within these lines, you may find the exact answers you have been searching for. So here it goes. Ask a few kids, 6 to 10 years old, about their dream home, and ask the same from grown-up individual who are 25 to 30 years old. And again ask the same question from mature adults, maybe 45 plus years. Did you observe a pattern? What did you notice then? So let me help you. The dream house of the innocent kid, young kid, would be a colorful house with a playhouse, with all the material fancy of the world, the things the kids would enjoy. It has no limitation, just pure desire of the kid. And this is what we call as pure desire, unhindered, unadulterated. The heart element in the desire of the kid is at max, and the brain element is almost non-existent. Kid's desire is heart's desire. Now for the early mature people, the house would be somewhat what you may call as realistic, but would have a dream angle to it, maybe a big lawn, a big estate with a pool. Dream is still resonating in their desires. Heart element is there, but brain element has crept in. Now for the mature individuals, the heart element is down to non-existent. They would tell you the last details of the house they want, and would have very restrictive dream element to it. The answers may vary, but the generalistic trend would be the pure desire, which has no brain elements to it, would decrease as we grow older. As we grow older, we start restricting our desires, which starts becoming adulterated, and brain element starts increasing. We start shutting the doors on what our heart desires and allows our brain to think. The poor heart helplessly breaks down on the whims of the brain. Now let's understand what a heart element and brain element is and how it works. Heart is your real desire. that you really want, and brain is your logical mind reducing real and pure desire as per its understanding and limitations. For example, the heart says, I want a bungalow. Brain says, okay, that would cost around $1 million. We don't have that. Heart says, okay, then let's have $1 million. Then brain says, not possible. For that, you need to have a stable business or good occupation. Heart, okay, so let's have a stable business. We need that bungalow. Then brain says, not possible. The market competition in the business domain is too much. We cannot risk, and neither do we have any capital for the business. Heart says, oh, how can we have the money then to start a business and get our bungalow? Brain says, we need to do a job for at least 5 years to save the money to start the business. Heart says, okay, let's do it. Brain says, not possible. The prices of bungalow will skyrocket by then, and we need to buy our daily needs, and the inflation is rising. I don't think we will be able to buy the bungalow, but maybe after 5 years we can have the 2-bedroom hall kitchen 2 BHK small cozy home on loan and interest. Heart, but I want a bungalow. Brain, not possible. Heart, okay. So as one may notice, the heart element represents our true desire, and the brain element represents the limits on the same with the myriads of reasonings over it. Brain element is simply just our thoughts and assumptions of the world, in which in turn suppresses our truest of true desires. As one grows older, the mindset shift towards the brain element, thus by suppressing the heart element. The greatest massacre done by mankind is the killing of inner child done unto itself. To test the same, have an inner conversation of truest of desire. One may even find it difficult to find the true desire because it has already been suppressed by the brain element. But where does this brain element come from? We keep collecting these from our past and experiences, which finally accumulates to being a limiting belief. These limiting beliefs, when supported by our own thoughts, dissect our true desire into smaller, comprehensible dreams, dissecting our hearts and its desires. You can itself notice this by tracking your dreams growing up. So it kept on growing dark and finally shelled into a remote dream. I dare the traders, that is you, to even think of their true desire. And as soon as you try, the brain element will jump in, and thus limiting beliefs. These beliefs are often dressed to us by society and parenting as we grow up. For example, good things are earned hard. You need to put hard work to earn money. Nowadays, good relationships are hard to come by. Not all can do business and create big empire. Notice how many times you have heard them in your childhood and growing up. Knowingly and unknowingly, we kept them alive in our mind and self-talk, thus allowing our limiting beliefs to get hold over us and thus killing our inner child and pure desire. By this way, a certain limiting belief becomes so engrossed in our subconscious mind that it starts directing our behavior and shifts our goal completely from our desires. Look above the conversation between heart and brain. It all started with the pure desire of a bungalow, and it ended up towards working a job and getting a small cozy home. Now the person starts striving for the job to be maintained and a home on loan and interest. Let's set aside for a few moments for ourselves. Sit quietly, contemplate the number of desires you have killed in your own life for the meager dreams that you are chasing. The dreams that which even is not yours. Carefully examine your life and list down the dreams you have broken them into smaller, non-valuable dreams. The way you live your life up to till now is the result of being sleepwalking. So wake up. You have been dreaming your whole life, collecting limiting beliefs and living according to them. We have been mere zombies of our mind and thoughts. Yes, we are not victims of fate or the world. We are the doers of our own thoughts and imagination. And now I think I have given you the answers. I won't tell you the answers to which questions, but you already know it. Know exactly what you want in life, not what other things you ought to want. But for creating life, you must know what exactly you want. So Neville Goddard once said, you get what you're conscious of being. And what does that mean? Like, you get what you're conscious of being. To be conscious of being something simply means that you must know exactly the thing you want to be conscious of. Just think about it. You cannot be conscious of something your mind doesn't already know. It's not possible. Just like an architect, you must know every brick of the blueprint, where it goes, how it fits, and the overall vision of the building. Similarly, you must know exactly what you want. And here's the key. Do not for a single moment question whether it's possible or not, or how it will happen. That's none of your concern. Your job is to simply clearly define it, and you feel it and you inhabit it in your own imagination. And let me give you a story just to illustrate this. I know a person who went to buy a very beautiful television, a sleek, state-of-the-art 4K smart TV. It wasn't just a TV, it was a work of art. The display was so crystal clear that it made everything look more vibrant than life itself. The moment this person saw this TV, he and his brother fell in love with it. Who wouldn't? It was a masterpiece. They sat in front of it in the showroom and imagining how it would look in their home. They pictured where they would place it in their home, how their parents would react, what movies would they watch, every tiny detail of enjoying it together just by standing and sitting in front of the TV in the showroom itself. But there was a problem. TV was expensive, too expensive, so they left and thinking it wasn't possible for them. And here's the twist. The brother worked at Samsung, and by sheer alignment of circumstances, something only imagination could have orchestrated. He had an employee discount for that very TV. They got it at a price that almost no one else could. And when they finally watched the TV with their parents, it felt like deja vu, because every detail had already been imagined and felt in advance. Everything that happened had a reason, yes. The world operates on cause and effect, but the true cause of this story was the imaginal act. The mental rehearsal, the feeling and the experience of it as real before it manifested. And that is Neville's point. Imagination is the blueprint, and life faithfully responds to it. Now, I want you to do the same, but for your own life. Your goals, your desire, your ideal life. Define them very clearly in your own imagination. All you have to do is this. If it's the love you desire, your specific person, imagine every detail. How your partner, your specific person interacts with your family. How you design your home together. How your mornings and evenings looks like or unfold. The trips you take, the joy in every simple and small moments. Construct and imagine it vividly, as though it's happening right now. Lose yourself in it. Let this imagination consume you. Take days if you must, a week, however long it takes, but you need to feel it completely. It's not daydreaming, it's a deliberate, immersive experience. The love, the success, the health, the joy, all of it begins in imagination. Nothing can appear in your life until it first exists in your consciousness. Now let's move to the practical side of day 3, designing the end. In your 2026 Reality Architect workbook, this is the day of blueprint defining the end. First, and few important points for you. You must only perform this exercise when you are at peace, calm, motivated and feeling good. Just at peace, enjoying your day and you're feeling mentally good. Your mood is good. Your mental state matters more than anything else in this world. And this is not a ritual you to follow mechanically. It is something you approach with your heartfelt interest, with focus and intention. And here's what you do. Just like the person who imagined and received the TV, I want you to clearly see in your imagination how your life will be when your desire is fulfilled. See it vividly, get it full 4K experience, immersion, feel it deeply, immerse yourself completely. Then, if you like what you see, and if it feels alright, pen it down, write it, imagine it while writing, or write while imagining. Whatever feels natural to you, include all the details that it brings to life. For example, a typical day in your life as an IAS officer. How was it? Just what kind of people approached you, what kind of problems, solution to which you have brought up. How was your day? How much respect you got in the throughout the day of your life, or a typical day running your business. How many employees you have, or a day with your specific partner, living the life that you desire. How many malls, how many theaters you went together as a partner. What did you do today? Lose yourself in the feeling of it, and as if you write, let the joy, the excitement and satisfaction of your fulfilled desire flow through you. You can write in present tense that I am enjoying this day because we have been visiting multiple relative home with my partner just to get the blessings. Or you can write in the present tense. Today I lived as a very beautiful partner of a wonderful woman or a wonderful man. We had a very good extravaganza shopping spree today. Whatever allows you to feel the reality of it. And here's the magic. If possible, perform this exercise right before sleep, during maybe before afternoon nap or nightly rest. As soon as you finish this exercise, carry that mood, the feeling and the satisfaction into sleep. And if you can, imagine your fulfilled life as you drift into sleep. This is how the seed of your desire is planted deep into the fertile soil of your subconscious mind. And this is how you do it. Remember, the key to success is define it clearly, feel it fully, and let your subconscious mind take it from there. It's none of your concern how it's going to happen when you're attempting this exercise. Just like as the person who was just imagining his TV into his home and his parents' reaction, he was not concerned how he's going to pay for it or who will pay for it, how much it is. He was just imagining it. All you have to do is this, just for the moment, imagine it, just imagine it. Get yourself 100% to it. And always remember, the universe always responds to vivid, felt experience of your own imagination. Just this. See it, you feel it, you write it, and then you sleep in it. And until the next video comes out, you repeat this exercise maybe once a day, multiple times a day. That's your choice. Even you can skip it, but don't make it a schedule. This is something you must approach with heartfelt interest. So I hope you are following along and understanding everything that we are discussing. But if at any point you feel confused, don't hesitate. Just connect with me directly or drop your questions in the comments below. If it's personal, you can reach out to me privately. Seriously, just don't hold back. Any question, queries or doubt you can ask. Until we meet next time in day 4, where we will dive into the law of assumption. Make sure you check the complete schedule in the community tab as well. And remember this, your imagination creates your reality.